everyone and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new to my channel, you might be wondering, why doesn't she look like her after picture on her thumbnail? And I'm here to explain why. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you how I lost 30 pounds in 3 months, gained around 40 to 50 pounds, then lost 50 to 60 pounds in like a span of 5 months. Yes, it's a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down. But I'm going to explain exactly how I did it, what I did. So along this journey, there's so many things that I have learned about myself and about the proper ways to lose weight. So if this is something that you're interested in, please make sure to keep watching and don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new to my channel. So yeah, let's start. So like most stories, it starts when I met a boy. I know, guys, that's like when all shit hits the fan, when you meet a boy. Yeah, we packed those pounds. It took us like 4 years to really start packing on the pounds. Now, I would like to first start off by saying when I first met him, I wasn't like skinny, but I wasn't like big. I don't even know what I weighed because weight wasn't really an issue in my head. How clothing fit was an issue because I was always heavy chested. I've always been big busted since really young. So I had an issue on how clothes looked on me, but never on my weight. Until we started dating. And 5 years, I don't even know how much we gained, but we gained a ton. So these are the pictures of how I looked. I would also like to point out that I am 5'2", and 5'2" is very short. So ideally, you don't want to weigh a lot when you're 5'2", because it's gonna compact. It's compact space, guys, and so there's not really much space up, so it just kind of goes this way and every way. And so I'm 5'2", so I would gain a lot on my face, and really I still had like kind of a flat thing going on, but the face just really got the most of my weight. It's just, I had so many chins. It was insane. Like my chins had chins. Like I wasn't the only one that packed on some pounds. My boyfriend packed on a lot of pounds. It's weird to call him my boyfriend because he's my husband now, but at the time he was my boyfriend. So we decided to do a weight loss contest. And not just us, but his whole family. They all decided, you know what, it's time that we lose some weight. So we all put in money and decided to do a 3-month weight loss contest with before and after pictures, guys. These are my before pictures. Yeah. Also, I like to point out that during this time, I did not like how I looked. I did not like trying on clothes, putting on new clothes. I didn't like what I was seeing in the mirror. And I tried to experiment with my hair because that was going to make me feel better. Not losing weight. Experimenting with your hair. During this time, I also got the worst haircut of my life. Gave me a mullet. So at this time, I knew nothing about losing weight. My mom would try to lose weight by standing on her head and putting her feet on the wall. Like, you don't really learn a lot in physical education in high school on how to lose weight. I didn't know what to eat correctly, and I didn't know what it took to lose weight. So my bestie took me under her wing and taught me how to work every workout equipment. And I went ahead and taught myself how to eat very poorly. So I had a little Tupperware. Like, I'm not even joking. It was this wide and like this thin. Like, it was, you know when they give you a big pack and it was like the little ones that you're like, what am I supposed to put in this? Like, what is this for? That's what I would use as a measuring device. So whatever I could fit in this little Tupperware, that was my meal. And I kind of said, okay, all I'm really gonna eat is either grilled chicken, vegetables, or grilled beef and grilled turkey. And I would douse it. I remember that was like my favorite meal. I would get ground turkey and douse it in buffalo sauce, which, hello, it has a ton of sodium, so processed. I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. And broccoli, and I would cram as much as I could in this little Tupperware, because I knew whatever fit in this little Tupperware, that's what I would allow myself to eat. I had that for lunch, and for dinner I had like a breakfast bar, like those basically cereal with the strawberries. I would have that for breakfast. Maybe a fruit in between something. It was only allow myself apples because I was so afraid of like any other fruit that had way too much sugar. Again, I knew nothing about losing weight, guys. This was the worst idea I ever had. I would drink so much energy drinks. So many. My favorite was Red Line. It would make me shake. I was drinking the whole bottle right before a workout because I was working out between 3 to 4 hours a day, every day. Oh, my also thing of choice was these thing called Stackers. I know they still sell them, but they're basically energy pills, and I would drink them and I couldn't stay still. If I would take them and was waiting for like my boyfriend or my friend to get ready to the gym, I had to run up and down the house because I just had so much energy pent up that I just had to use it. Like I could not just sit. Like, to say the least, this made me start having a little bit of a heart issue. I kept going. I worked through it because I had just like really got in my head. I would not allow myself to have like a cheat meal. I remember there was once or twice that my friend, we all went to like Red Robin. We all went somewhere and we weren't eating unhealthy. Like, we were eating the healthy options. Like, if you have a burger, have it with lettuce and no bread and no fries, have a salad instead. Or we personally were having like the grilled chicken with a salad, and we ate half of it. Like, it wasn't even anything that was crazy. It was just not what was in my Tupperware. And I would totally just feel so guilty that I would just throw up. I just would throw it up no matter what. And I would throw it up and I just felt better. And not better in my stomach, but just better in my conscience. Like, whew. But I did it. Super unhealthy, but I won. I won that contest and lost 30 pounds in 3 months. Here are my after pictures. By this point, I'm already in my head like, I need to be skinny. Skinny. I look better in clothes and I feel better, and I did. I felt better. I felt more energy. Well, that could have been the energy drinks, but I just felt like I could do more things because I was thinner. Not cool, guys. Not cool. Because you could do anything, big or skinny. Do not let that stop you from living your life. Do not let your weight control your life. Let's keep going with my story because it's a long one. The next 5 years, I started gaining weight because I started eating terribly. So when I wasn't in a contest, I felt I could eat. Sure, I could have a cheat meal. And then those cheat meals just became more and more constant, and I would gain basically all my weight back. And so then I would start another contest, or people would ask me to be in their contest, or a lot of people were like, hey, you've been in a lot of contests, can you make a contest for me? And these contests were not with like companies or those, I don't know, I see a lot on Instagram. This was more like friends, family, coworkers. I won. I want to say one of them I lost to second place, but I would dominate. Why? Because my whole life revolved around, you gotta lose weight. You're in contest mode. So most of these contests were only 3 months. So I would totally isolate myself for those 3 months to like, we gotta do it. I gotta do it. And I would always involve my boyfriend at the time. He's not my husband, so it's weird. I would involve him, and he would lose weight too because he was gaining weight with me. We would gain weight together, and then we would lose weight together, and we would gain weight together. But I was always on him to make sure he was eating properly. I don't know why I wasn't doing that with myself, but with him, I always wanted him to be eating enough food because he was a boy, and he was going to burn more calories. He needed more calories. It was just a thing. I always made sure he was eating good. So during these 5 years, I literally was like this with my weight. And at the end of those 5 years, I just stopped. I said, I will not enter any more contests. My body is just exhausted. My mind is exhausted. I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm tired. I was just tired because I wasn't doing it the right way. But then I got engaged. When you get engaged, everything goes out the window. Oh no, you are gonna look good for your wedding. When I got engaged, that all like, nope, siree, we are losing weight. But I could not get started. Like I had the motivation, but I didn't know how to lose it without being in a contest. Like my brain, my body, I just didn't know. I went and I bought my wedding dress. And I was just so paranoid that I wasn't going to be able to lose the weight that I bought it my true size. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, if you are going to buy a wedding dress, you want to lose a ton of weight, lose a ton of weight before you buy the wedding dress. I walked in for my alterations. We can't do anything. You are too skinny. Wore a dress for my wedding day, but that's a whole other story. I digress. Just a little tidbit for you ladies. Lose weight first before you go and purchase a dress. Because I could not find like how to start my weight loss for my wedding, I decided we're gonna do a weight loss contest. My last one. For sure this one's my last one. Really motivated, but I was more motivated to do it the correct way. So I did my research. I did a ton of research. I was eating every 3 hours. I was eating between 12 to 1300 calories a day and splitting them in between 3 hours. I was making sure I was getting my carbs, I was getting my protein, I was getting my fruits and vegetables. I was getting like everything in there. I never felt like I was hungry. I never felt like I was super full. I just was eating to fuel me. I would drink so much water. Like I was really doing it. I would not say no to social events. I would go and just make sure, okay, if I'm eating this, that's within my calories. Just still eat, still partake in everything. Just be aware of how much I was intaking. So I was working out twice a day and I lost, it was 3 months. I don't remember exactly how much I lost those 3 months, but within 5 months, my weight was 190 something and my end weight was 135. Here's my after shot of the end of the contest. That was just 3 months. So I was determined like I wasn't going to gain the weight back. And I still had a wedding after the contest ended. So then I kept working out regularly and just made it part of my lifestyle. Made it really great, made it wonderful. Everything was fine and dandy. So these are the pictures of me still keeping off the weight. And then we decide to buy a house. So at this time we buy a house. We buy a house that's super far away from where we work. Don't worry, we have a 2-year plan. It was gonna work out. Never did because we ended up moving out before the 2 years. But we had a plan. We were also trying to get pregnant at this time. Now, for those of you who get pregnant, decide to get pregnant right away, good for you. Did not happen for us that way. We struggled over a year, and I'm sorry, and I feel for the people who struggle for more and more years. I can't even imagine, because us trying over a year to get pregnant was the most depressing time of my life. Every time that negative sign that I would try again and negative, try again. Every time it was just filled with tears, and I slowly was getting depressed. Along with the ride home was so long. By the time we would get home, we were exhausted of just driving. The last thing we wanted to do was work out. So when we moved to that house, me and my husband completely stopped working out. Like we would work out on the weekends, and so we both started really packing on the pounds. And then I get pregnant. I slowly start losing weight during the pregnancy just because I'm happier. I'm eating healthy because I'm pregnant. And so this is how I look 8 months pregnant. Really see my face is thinning out, my arms are thinning out, I'm happy again. And then we have the baby. It's a C-section, so it's a little bit harder for me to start trying to lose weight. We go through another point in our lives where we kind of don't know where to go. During this time, I wasn't trying to lose weight, but you could tell when I'm the most depressed at the highest of my weight gains. And as I'm getting less depressed, my weight problems are starting to go away. I eat my feelings, guys. I am a feelings eater. When stress and situations were happening at home, since I was very young, you would see my face in that fridge. When I'm really depressed, I feel hungry. Like physically, I don't feel like I'm hungry, but I feel like I need to eat, but I don't feel like I'm getting full. So then until I'm in pain, then I'm like, oh. And then we were trying to get pregnant again. This time for 2 years, it did not happen. And then I got pregnant. And then I started losing a lot of weight during my pregnancy. My baby was super healthy baby. But I kept throwing up every single day of the pregnancy because just that's my boy. My boy was sucking me dry, guys. I lost a ton of weight during the pregnancy. Once I have this baby, I'm not gonna gain any weight back. As soon as I get the okay from the doctor to start losing weight, I'm gonna start trying to lose weight. And you know what? I did for like 3 days, and then quarantine happened. And so I felt like we've really started packing on those pounds during this quarantine time. Like we're just baking. By we is me. I'm baking away. That treadmill, I think I've used it like 3 times in this past 3 months. I've decided we're gonna do this again. I am in a completely different mindset now, guys. I love how I look now when I look in the mirror. I had to truly learn to love my body and love myself for what it is. Like, I don't think everyone's meant to be tiny. We're so different. It's so easy to compare yourself with other people, but you need to understand that just because you're not a size 0 or a size 4 or a size 5 doesn't mean you're not healthy. And really, that's all that really matters, guys. And that is actually why I'm going to try to start losing a little bit of weight, and not so much because I want to look a certain way or I want clothes to fit me a little bit different, because wear what looks good on your body. I think that is why so many people are with this image of like, oh my God, I look terrible because I'm not this size. I'm gonna look different than someone in 0 wearing the same thing. Doesn't mean it doesn't look good on you, just doesn't mean it's gonna look the same as it looks on her. That doesn't mean I'm not wearing shorts. That doesn't mean I'm not wearing skirts. That doesn't mean I'm not wearing dresses. That doesn't mean I'm just looking at clothes, not how they look on the model, but how are they going to look on me. Me, it's just about me being healthy and me being able to keep up with my kids. Because I already know I look great as it is right now. In my comfy sweater, I'm not wearing, like right now, I'm not even wearing anything. Like right now, I'm wearing my comfy sweater because it is nighttime. The kids are asleep. I am in comfy mode. So that was my journey to my weight loss, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now I'm going to begin not trying to lose weight necessarily, but I'm definitely going to try and eat a lot healthier and a lot more greens, and just I know what to do. I know the proper foods I should be eating. I feel like I'm at a point where I know what I should and should not be eating, how I should be eating, and what portions I should be eating. And I think it's now time for me to really just put on my big girl panties and get to it and just set my routines with my workouts, because I think it's easy to give myself excuses. And so now I just have to, like, you know what? I'm setting a time every day at this time. I am going to make videos on what I'm starting to eat, on my workouts. And if that's something you're interested in, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I also do a bunch of other stuff. And so like always, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.